There's a phrase you hear a lot these days. I'm just so tired. But it's not the yawn and go to bed kind of tired. It's the kind that lives in your bones. It's mental, emotional, existential. It's the kind of tired that hits you in the grocery store when you forget why you're even there. It's the blank stare into a Zoom meeting, the unopened text, the daydream of quitting everything and moving to a cabin with absolutely no Wi-Fi. This isn't just burnout, it's generational exhaustion. And in this episode, we're pulling the curtain back on it. This is Everyone's Tired, Burnt Out, Boundaries, and the Great Resignation energy. Hey, I'm Alex, and this is Fine, a Millennial Diary. If you've been following the series, you know where we started. Episode 1, nostalgia, the landlines, the Lunchables, the trauma tucked under our trapper keepers. Episode 2, overthinking, how we became anxiety-ridden codebreakers of our own lives. In episode 3, focus, how our attention spans were slowly pulled apart by tech, expectations, and noise. And now, the crash, the slow, heavy weight of burnout, but not just at work. We're burnt out from being alive in this era, from being online, from being on. Let's talk about why we're all so tired and what we can actually do about it. Let's rewind. Before you ever had a job, before you knew what late-stage capitalism even meant, you were already being primed for burnout. Do you remember high school schedules that started at 7 a.m.? The pressure to get straight A's, crush the SATs, be well-rounded, join 5 clubs, and still just be a kid. We were taught that rest was laziness, that exhaustion was normal, that the grind was noble. So we internalized it. We entered the workforce with our heads down and our ambition high. And we got chewed up. Unpaid internships, recession-era job markets, toxic bosses in open floor plan offices, all while still paying off student loans and pretending we're okay. There was a moment in our 20s where hustle culture peaked. Everyone had a side gig. Everyone was building something. And on the surface, it looked empowering, but underneath, we were running ourselves into the ground, turning hobbies into monetized content, turning every moment into a productivity opportunity. You couldn't even go for a walk without tracking your steps, listening to a podcast like this one, and planning your next project. We weren't living, we were optimizing. And then came the crash. The slow realization that all this effort wasn't leading to peace. It was leading to burnout with a pretty Instagram filter. The pandemic changed a lot, but one big shift, boundaries became non-negotiable. Suddenly, we were questioning everything. Why am I commuting 2 hours for a job I hate? Why do I feel guilty saying no? And why does my worth feel tied to a Slack status? Millennials started quitting. We didn't just leave jobs, we left expectations. And that's when the Great Resignation wasn't just a workforce trend, it was a mindset shift. It was us whispering, I can't do this anymore, and actually meaning it. But here's the kicker. Even with boundaries, we're still tired because the mental burnout, it lingers. Even when you rest, even when you have it good, even when you know better. Because burnout isn't just about work, it's about worth. So what now? How do you rebuild when you're running on empty? Here's what I've learned. Burnout recovery starts with permission. Permission to not be amazing, to be not available, to not explain yourself. You start by doing less. not in a lazy way, but in a healing way. You go analog, you log off, you stop glorifying exhaustion, you stop being loyal to the system that was never loyal to you. You learn how to say, I don't have the capacity without guilt. And little by little, you remember that you were never meant to run at this speed. You were meant to live. Rest is not a reward, it's a right. Next time on the Millennial Diary, episode 5. Cool, but at what cost? Our relationship with money, debt, and the price of making it. We're talking about the financial trauma of our generation, from student loans to avocado toast debates to the quiet shame of not having it all together. Until then, unplug, rest without needing to earn it. You're not lazy, you're just a millennial. And this is fine.
Goodbye.